viewers, it's Kim. It's Lucy Goose. Look. She's tired, but she's doing good. She's happy. She's doing really good. She's doing really good. She's doing really good. Actually, she's back in a lot of ways. She's like eating, she's drinking, she's walking better, she's playing a little bit, she's eating really well. I think I said that already, but she's doing really good. So I just want to thank everybody for your prayers, your healing messages, your remedies, your everything that everybody sent. I just want to thank you so much. And just the support, it's so scary to go through that kind of stuff, even with this little girl. So I just wanted her to say hi. She's always so tired. She's been playing, sorry. So hi, everybody. Okay, I'm going to put her down so she can rest. She's sleepy, but I just wanted you guys to see her and see that she's doing good. So let me fix my little new setup here. It's kind of weird. So, okay, so I hope everyone's doing good. And so I wanted to talk about the COVID stuff. I'm going to get to that in just a second. I have just a few things to tell you, a couple of channels to check out, and an exciting like promotion that one of our lovely subscribers is doing. So first, let me tell you about that. And her name is Christy. She's doing a promotion for something that's called 9 Good Deeds. And it's about doing 9 good deeds. And you can find her on Instagram, and it's at the @ 9 Good Deeds, and the G and the D are capitalized. We'll put it below. But it's at 9 Good Deeds, and you can enter to win a free reading from me. She got 3 readings, and she wants to give them away. So if you enter Earth Angels, you'll be entered into the contest. And I think she's going to pull them on Halloween. So I think that's what she said, on Halloween. I think that's what we decided. So she, so she got 3 readings and she wants to give them away. So that's kind of exciting. And just go to @GoodDeeds, and it's on Instagram, and just put your Earth Angels in the comments, and she will make sure that you are entered. Whoa. Sorry, I'm moving everything. She'll make sure that you're entered. So I hope that will be a good thing for you guys. So you can do that, and she said you can enter more than once. So if you want to enter, a few times, go right ahead. Okay, and the other thing is there's 2 channels I wanted you guys to check out. One is called it's at I am Grammy P, and it's brand new. And so, and she's such a sweet lady. And so just, give her love, go on and just say hi. She wrote to me and asked me to watch her first video, and she is a sweetheart. I think you'll like her. So, but it's I am space, and then Grammy, like a grandma, Grammy P. Okay? So you can find her there. We'll put it below. And the other channel is one called, it's a guy named Dan, and he has a new channel called Spirituality Out of the Closet. So it's Spirituality OTC, and that's also on YouTube. Those are both on YouTube. And his is kind of, I think you'll like his story. It's kind of interesting, and I think you'll like him. So those are a couple of channels to check out, and they're both just starting, and it's just nice to get in on the ground floor of like a new channel that, and I always tell Cassie, when she was growing up, that she used to hate to try new food, and I would always tell her, it might be your new favorite thing, you have to try it. So it might be your new favorite thing, you have to try it and just see. But if anything, just give them, support and love and thumbs up, and I can't tell you how humbling and scary, and you do feel like you're really putting yourself out there when you do something like that, when you do a new channel or a new blog or anything like that, where you're kind of putting yourself out there. It makes you very vulnerable, and it's so nice to have people support that, and so I think it's especially important right now. And I think we're going to need all of these people out there because we're going to have a lot of healing to do. And like I said, this kind of influx of spirit energy, a lot of people are getting this call to get more involved in spiritual things and spiritual aspects of all kinds of things, of business, of, education, all kinds of things. So I just wanted to let you guys know about those. And I just think it's very important to support one another. So, okay. So anyway, let's get to the COVID thing real quick. I got a lot of emails about, like, does he really have COVID? Does he really have COVID? But my guides assure me that he does. He does have COVID. And the only thing that I would say I feel like they're not being completely honest about is how bad he has it. I know they keep saying it's mild symptoms, but I see it as more serious than that. I feel like he's getting worse every day. So that's what I'm seeing. Now, Melania, I'm not so sure if they were protecting her image by saying, yeah, she has it too, or keeping her out of the spotlight while that recording came out. I'm on the fence about her. I'm not quite getting a clear picture of either she doesn't have it as nearly like he does, or she doesn't have it. I'm not clear on that. So I just want to let you guys know that for sure. But and then I thought about this and I thought, if you're thinking about it, if this was some kind of ploy, Trump would want it to be just him. They wouldn't throw in a bunch of randos like Mike Lee and, and Hope Hicks and, these other people. They wouldn't do that. It would just be him. It would be Trump watch, and he'd make a big deal out of it, and he'd be on, but we haven't heard from him on Twitter in like 12 hours. So I feel like it, to me, it fits more with the situation. I do feel like it's kind of it's spun out of control. I feel like there'll be more people that have it that are going to come out with it. They'll say this person has it too, and this person has it too. I do think this is why my guides were saying about the Supreme Court pick, just wait, because clearly things could derail it, and this could be one of those things. We didn't know what was around the corner, but now we kind of know. And I also think that this wasn't necessarily set in stone. To me, it is very karmic, because it is like how many times have they tempted fate, right? How many times have they downplayed it and said it was no big deal? And, they literally were begging it to come, to come to their front door. So with just their behavior. But to me, it didn't seem like something that was completely inevitable. I felt like till the last moment, they could have taken more precautions and put masks on and made sure, but they just didn't. It was not the way they rolled. And a lot of it had to do with Trump's ego, not being able to take responsibility, not wanting to see it around him, because he knows he's responsible and he doesn't like it. He didn't want to see masks. He didn't want to see people sick. He didn't want to see that. So that's what is happening here. So in a way, yes, it's very karmic for sure. As far as what was this meant to happen, I don't feel like it's one of those things that was set in stone. I do feel like it had to do with their own personal responsibility and free will. That they, some people did wear masks, even though they were, made fun of, and people, some people in the White House did decide, I'm going to wear a mask. I don't care what they say. So those people will probably be safe, but I feel like there is a panic kind of moving through the West Wing and the Senate and the House. I mean, it really is to me, it does feel like a panic, because there are a lot of old people. And it's weird though, because I also feel like it is part of this, we always talk about this shift, right? We always talk about the kind of this shift in consciousness that's happening. And I do feel there's something about this, about how the government and how the energy of the government is going to change to kind of a not not youthful because, like, young people are cool. It's not like that. It's just that there's going to be a lot of youthful energy coming into, and I would consider like Bernie Sanders to have a youthful energy. He's very forward thinking. He's very socially, liberal, and he's, to me, he has that same kind of energy, and Elizabeth Warren, and Kamala Harris. Even I think of having this kind of more youthful energy, and because you can look at young people in some of the Republican Party, and you're like, they don't seem young at all. They seem like they're about 80 years old, the way they think and the way they are. But by that, I just mean more of an accepting, kinder, gentler, more caring about everything, about the world and about people and about the environment. And that's what's going to be kind of moving in. And so the fact that a lot of these older generation, I don't think they're all going to get COVID by any means. But I think that it may be a lot of them may retire because it feels like, it's almost like something's telling me to get out, because this happened and it was scary and I didn't like it, and I'm 88 and I don't want to get, or 85 and I don't want to get COVID, or I don't want, I don't think I should put myself at risk anymore, or whatever. But I think this is all part of kind of pushing out an older, I shouldn't say older, I shouldn't say that, a more like limited, way more conservative kind of energy, and bringing in a more accepting, a more liberal energy. And by liberal, I just mean a little bit more giving and a little bit more, a little kinder. So, conservative means to pull back, and to hold things to yourself, to conserve, right? But I feel like that way of being, that kind of more selfish kind of like, that me generation, or that me, I'm number one, my family, I'm worrying about me, that's going to change, because, and a lot of it is because of COVID, because we see so easily how we're all connected, how everything is connected, and it's going to make a difference, and it will be somewhat gradual. It will be in phases and in steps. And I also think you're going to start seeing like more, and this is for entertainment purposes only, but you're going to see like, more governments fall that are trying to rule people with an iron fist. I feel like people are going to demand to have more free agency, more free will, more, freedom over their own lives, and decision making over their own lives. And they're going to want the government to kind of work for them rather than them having to give all the time. I think it's going to be kind of a more give and take with the relationship with people and their governments. And so those ones that are just like, no, you serve me, are going to be no more. You're going to see that. You're going to see a lot of that. And I just think it is like the winds of change are blowing. And so it's exciting, and it's not going to be overnight, although I think some things may be, I think some things might be kind of surprising. But when way back when I talked about Trump and him falling and saying, this was going to be the end of an era, and it was going to be start of kind of a phase for the world and for governments and stuff. It was just going to be a big change, and it was going to be kind of marked with this fall of this man, this awful man. And so that's what we're going to be experiencing together. So I hope that, it's going to feel like, I think it's going to feel like we're crawling over the finish line, because I think October is going to be crazy, like every other month. But I got the message about 3 days ago that it's going to be crazy. And so, and just stay very focused on your own vote, people around you, helping them vote, your own energy, that kind of thing, maintain it and let it ripple out with the people you come in contact with, or the things that you do, the things you give money to, the organizations you work with, and keep your energy calm and clear. We're going to get through this, and it's going to end one way. And keep telling you that I don't see it being close. I know that they're trying to do this to suppress the vote and this to scare people, and this is, I see little pockets of violence. I see little things being planned. I see, I shouldn't say little things. I see, things being planned, but I don't see any like. To me, it feels very in pockets. It doesn't feel like this big organized thing. It feels like it's small organizations and small groups, and I do feel like it's not going to be close. I feel like election day is not going to be close, and Trump will try to, rile things up, and it's going to kind of just fall flat. We talked about how this type of, the fact that they don't have any spirit energy driving this, it's all to do with ego energy. It's just going to kind of fall flat, and that's the only way I can explain it. I think that's the best description I can think of, that it's just going to kind of lay there. Yes, they'll try. Of course they will, because that's who they are. But it's going to just kind of fall flat, right? So, and the debate, I mean, we talked about that before, and I did see him, like I said, saw him either like walking off or having a temper tantrum or something. Clearly it was, I don't know what that was, but it was something. It was something. But and it made an impact, I think, on people that, although I don't know how anyone could be undecided at this point, but I know there are people that are just like, maybe they've never voted for a Democrat before, and they are, hedging or whatever. But I do feel like that put a lot of people over the edge. They just saw him as being really weird, and they didn't like it. So, and he also has no plans. He has no. All he does is just make excuses and talk about how he's, everyone's mean to him, and so. I think people are tired as well. I think they're just tired of him, and tired of his voice, and tired of his face, and tired of him talking. And, I've said as much in my Twitter, on my Twitter feed. So, yeah. So anyway, that's the way I'm seeing it right now. I do feel like, more recently when I've looked at that original, message that I got about Trump being like the end of the King Kong movie, where he's hanging off the Empire State Building, I always felt like there'd be some kind of New York aspect to. I didn't always feel that. I keep going back to that image because I keep pulling more out of it. And at one point when New York kind of started, when Michael Cohen went to jail, I thought, I wonder if New York's going to have a big part of taking Trump down. So we shall see. But I do think they may play a bigger role than we think, because it looks like they're going after him. And I feel like I did have a dream, and it's funny because I wanted to get on a couple days ago, and this happens all the time with me. I'll feel like I should get on, and then something will tell me to wait. And so I feel like it was like, just wait to see what happens here, because I think this guy's going to get COVID. So it's like, I just kind of wait. So, but I have been feeling like there's more to come out. I feel like there's a couple people coming out of the White House. I feel someone might leave. One or two people might leave. I also, I feel like there's also a, what is this? One second. Let me just look at this real quick. So a couple of days ago, I had a dream that there was an arrest at an airport. And I remember a couple of years ago, I had a dream that Jared Kushner was arrested at an airport. So I don't know if it's the same thing, because this past dream, it was more random. It was just like a random person getting taken into custody at an airport. So I don't know if somebody may try to run or leave. but I feel like there's going to be like a few desperate acts coming up. Let me just say that. I kept seeing the thing with like, it felt like somebody was drinking a lot and the suicide. And I really do feel like there's something with Larry Kudlow, but I also could be seeing that Brad, guy. It feels like there's a lot of that, though. It feels like there's just a lot of desperate energy and kind of an energy of wanting to save oneself. How do I get out of this? Where do I go? What do I do? It feels like that energy is so pervasive. And like I said, a lot of people for a long time have been like getting other jobs, just thinking, okay, this ship is sailing. A lot of people assume he's going to lose and they're getting ready to go. But I do feel like this kind of desperate feeling of like, I need to get out of this. I need to get out from under this. I feel like it's even senators and things like that, but it feels desperate to me. It feels some are more desperate than others. I feel like some people are like, well, I'll just go back and do this, or I'll just, retire or whatever. But some people are like, what, this is going to ruin my life, that kind of thing. So there's levels of desperation, I feel like, involved right now in the government, but also in, the White House. I mean, well, the government is White House, but the government, as far as like the House and the Senate, that kind of thing, like certain races going on, but then also like in the administration. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at was William Barr. I keep hearing the phrase like there's something up his sleeve. There's something up his sleeve. I feel like it may be something before the election, but it doesn't go anywhere. It kind of, it's a story for like a day, and then it's like it's seen as being like it ends up being nothing kind of thing. So if something comes out about Joe Biden or about the Bidens or something, I'm not sure or Kamala Harris, I guess it could be, but it feels like it's like, and it's like a last attempt. It's like the last effort. So, and it feels very like, I feel like there's nothing to it. It feels like could be something, and then it's just not. It's unclear. But it feels like he's got I just keep hearing that he's got something up his sleeve, but it turns out to be kind of a nothing. And Trump's going to try to use this being sick in some way, but I feel like he's too sick. It's interesting too, and I don't want to get, again, entertainment purposes only, but I have, as you know, if you've been watching the channel, I've always seen Mike Pence handing off the reins to Joe Biden. And when I see these giant court cases after this administration, Trump's not there. And so I'm just bringing that up because that's something that I've been seeing for a while. And he may be completely fine and come out of this okay. But I do feel like they're not telling us how sick he is. And that might be something that they hide for a while. But I just want to bring that up just because it's just kind of weird. But, I don't want to, put the death cloud over anybody. I'm just saying that is kind of weird, and that's coming back to me right now, that I kept seeing that it was Pence that was there, and on those trials he wasn't there. So I'm not sure, and I feel like my guides are kind of like, don't go there. Don't go there. What are you doing? But I'm just bringing that up because it is kind of weird, and that's all I want to say about that. But it is odd. And I do feel like they're not really being completely honest with how badly he's doing. Because I feel like he's not well. I mean, I feel like he's, getting a little worse every day. So we'll see. And I do feel like there's more like cases to come out, unfortunately, from the administration. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, let me think of anything else that people wanted me to look at. I'm sure there were, and I'm going to jump on over the weekend. So I will do that. I do want to tell you guys that I have opened up appointments for 2021. So if you're interested, just go to intuitiview.com, go to pricing, and go all the way down, hit the link, and you're there. You can make your appointment. And you can pay by a credit card now, which is so nice for me. I don't have to worry about that anymore because I didn't like doing that. So you can just do it all yourself, it's just so much nicer. So, and you can also still get classes. Classes are there. And you can pick a mentoring session or a reading. Mentoring sessions are just a little bit different because I'll usually include exercises you can do to enhance your own abilities. I'll and kind of go with you with your guides and kind of talk about your practice and what you're doing and how it's working and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of fun. So that's the only difference between the two. And the reading is just a straight reading. So that's what they are. And you can do that. And please, if you want an appointment, please go in and get one because I always get emails saying there's no more appointments left, or I thought there were going to be appointments and there aren't any. So I'm letting you know now that they're all the way until like May. So if you feel like, I just had one and I want one in 6 months or whatever, go in and get one. I have a easy cancellation, thing. You can, if you decide not to use it, you can cancel, but at least if you have it, you have it. And my cancellation is just within 24 hours. So something comes up, but I just think don't wait, because if you wait, I know you'll send me an email saying I couldn't get an appointment. Where are they? You said they were there. So just go in and get one if you want one. If you don't worry about it. And then you can get classes still. Those are recorded. So you'll get an email saying, with the links in it. And I've gotten great feedback. If you would like me to use, if you had a particularly profound experience or an interesting experience you want to share and you want me to use it on the testimonials, send it to me in an email and just put testimonial at the top and I will put it on our testimonial page. I'm just collecting them just to see, and I don't want to put anyone out there that doesn't want it there. I've gotten some wonderful feedback. I've gotten amazing emails. I've gotten people that have already had experiences with using the classes. I mean, it's fantastic. And it is so, I just think it's so great because this is exactly what I wanted you guys to have, is just a way of using your own gifts to use whenever you want to. And then you don't have to always find a psychic or find someone to do it for you. It's there. It's always there for all of us. And you just have to figure out how it's being, how messages are getting to you. So, okay. So, is that all? I think that's all. Check out Psychic Sisters. That's it's different. It's, we have conversations about spiritual things. We did one on depression. We did one on free will recently. So if you like those topics, you can look at that. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, just subscribe. You can hit the bell if you want notifications, when there's a new video. I think that's it. If you need a reading more sooner, because I think mine start in like February. If you need a reading sooner, go to cardvoyant.com to my sister Kris. She's doing readings still, and she has openings not too far away, so maybe sooner. And I think that's it, you guys. Thanks so much, and thank you so much for all your prayers for Lucy. It's just, it's so sweet and so heartwarming. I can't tell you how lovely it was to get all these amazing messages. So there you go. I think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else. Okay, have a good one, guys. I'll see you over the weekend. Okay, bye.